All right, guys, you ready? Are we ready? What's happening? Stream live? Are we ready? Right, let me know if you guys can hear it. Also, if anybody's jumping in, then this is ready for you. So if you're ready, just give me a shout, let me know, give me a little nudge, and I'll bring you on board. Right, let's go. Okay, right. Well, let's talk about this. Like, guys, you can join me live on the thing. I've got the group link. I've set the group link. You can join in. I'll talk about everything. Reading the comments. I'm actually reading it on a little mini screen here because I'm trying to monitor everything as well. So that might be slightly a bit messy for me. But other than that, let's try and do this. Let's get ready with this stream. Okay, right. Let me go through the chats and see what these guys are saying. Right, guys, getting ready to Okay, what's this? Okay, everybody seems to be ready. You got your popcorns? You got your popcorns? All right. Also, let me. So, guys, give me a nudge if you're coming to the chat. Then give me a nudge so I can bring you onto the chat itself right from here. Don't worry, you don't have to show your feed. As you can see, I can deactivate the feed, so you can easily deactivate the feed. It's not an issue at all. You don't have to show me anything like that. We can just come and join and talk. That's all you have to do, right? So just so you understand this, right? Let's have a look. Let's start with what we've been up to. So, as I said, this one's going to be quite different compared to everything I've ever done before. This one's different in that sense that what I've done is, and also let me see if I can put my earpiece in. A sec. Right, let's pop this in so I know exactly what's going on. Right. So I've been doing a lot of stuff, right? Some of these stuff have to do with YouTube. A lot of YouTube stuff. Right. So where is it? Let me do this. Let me show you here. Forget all of this. So you see here on YouTube, regarding memberships, recently you know that I've taken the membership off and that. So I want to get this out of the way. With the membership, I've added a few more sections, but I needed to make things a little bit clear on how the membership works, right? Because I didn't really explain this, right? This is now what I've done. I've got 5 levels here. When you're going to be, if you are going to become a member, if you do want to become a member, you've got 5 levels to choose from, right? Each level has its own little perk and whatnot, right? That's what you got. Stream quality seems to be a bit of an issue. Right, so something happened with the stream, I'm not sure. So what I'm trying to say here is you've got different, one second. I think I know exactly what's going on, guys. Right, so what we've got here is all you're going to be doing is if you do become a member, so this is what you really have to understand. If you want to become a member, all you're doing is supporting the channel, nothing more. You're just supporting the channel, nothing more, right? This is where I will do one-to-one live streams. So basically live stream as in Zoom, Zoom or Google Meets, or even on YouTube, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to be doing it with you, teaching you one-to-one if that's something you are interested in. That's more of a learning. But everything else here is just super fan, nothing else. You're just a fan, nothing else, okay? That's what you're getting. I want to keep it clear and cut. I don't want to basically turn around and say something else here that you might think that you're getting some other perks. The only perk you're getting here is basically you're supporting me, nothing else. So let's get that out of the way. Also, what I've done is I've created a whole brand new, where is it? Not this one, sorry, one second. Yeah, sorry, not this one. This one here. So what I've done here, I've made a public profile page where you can find every single link that I have. Okay, so now I have a public profile page. You can click that from YouTube and you can actually find every single public profile I have from here. So I've connected all the links, everything is here. So just wanted to keep that kind of clear, number one. Number two, you may have noticed, okay, let me go back to, so I've got hundreds of tabs going on right now. So so where are we? Give me a second, let me find it. this logo here. Now, the reason I've created this specific logo, okay, that you've seen, is because I don't know if you know that, you know, bitcoin.com, they have actually taken so someone actually won the case for that website, right? Someone won the website, the case, and now their bitcoin.com, where the white paper exists, is gone. So I've changed it and I said, you know what, forget all of that. Let me just do something different for everybody. So I've created a GIF as well. This is my own custom design. Nobody else has this. So this is my custom design. This is the GIF. If anybody wants, let me know. I'll throw the GIF at you. And then this is my logo right now. Also, you will see this on a lot of the branding and the products that I'm going to be working with. So that's that. Okay. Just wanted to get all of these out of the way. Right. Let's go back into here. So yeah, plenty of stuff going on. One of the biggest thing I've did was this particular Reddit page here, and I've been automating a lot of the marketing. So basically what I've done is I've automated how the videos are promoted through Twitter, through Reddit, through Discord, you name it. Basically there's 6-7 different ways that I'm marketing now, and automatically. But also this particular group channel here, anybody can post their videos, your YouTube videos. I don't care if it's crypto or not. You can post any videos, and if it's there, then I'll give you a upvote, and we'll try and grow the community that way. So anybody can join. Anybody could list the videos. I've switched off everything. The only rules is just be friendly. That's about it. I don't really care, right? So that's what I've did on that one. There's actually a wiki page for this as well now. So I've been doing a lot of hard work here, trying to get everything sorted. Okay, so you got my public links, everything. Now, let's move into the content. So what was the question? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, what's the best crypto card? Okay, my bro, for you again, the best crypto card you want, right? So you're looking for a crypto card. I don't know if you knew this. So again, I've done it on the video. So let's look at this particular video. Where are we right now? Let's have a look. Let's refresh this. We'll open the current video we're in. So I'm going to go through this one by one. So this is what we're watching right now. We're watching this live. Let me switch the volume down quickly. I've got 3 likes. What's going on? How many people watching? 4 people watching, 3 likes. How does that work? Okay, 4 likes. There we go. Right. Right, switch this off. Switch this off. Let's have a look. And you want to look for, okay, so you can go here and find the best card, but I've also mentioned one of the best cards. I believe I mentioned it. Oh no, it's not here. Okay, so let's go and give you a best card, right? Best crypto card. You can either have crypto.com, right? So let's go here and search for this. Give me a second. Crypto.com, right? So crypto.com, they have a card. Not this one, sorry, my bad. So crypto.com, obviously as an exchange, it's got a good card. You can actually use their card. They have their own little card thingy there, which is not bad. So you can use that. Where is it? NFT Visa. This, so they have a Visa card. You can use that. Not the best, but it does the job. That's one. The other one I would say is Nexo, right? So they have a good card as well. You can actually lend them your crypto as well, and also get a card off them and use their card. That's a good one. But what I would recommend, if you're starting off, the best one to use, and that is if you want to use a few different assets, Coinbase card. Base card, right? Just use the Coinbase card. They actually have their own card, Visa card. This is what it looks like, and you can actually use that. It's not bad. That's the one I have. Now, if you are thinking of using something like just Ethereum or ERC20, then I would recommend Monolith. I believe that's the spelling. I'm not quite sure. Monolith card. Hold on. Monolith card. This one here, Monolith, right? So you can use their card, right? You can see they've got the devil's work going on here, but doesn't matter. You can use this card. They're quite good. So this one is based for Ethereum mostly. Okay, this is Ethereum only. That's a good one. What was the other one? There was another card that I recommend. It's Monolith. What's the other card called? There is actually another card. I can't remember the name. Not coming to me right now. Now, this is the one I do recommend now. However, let me go back to this video and you'll understand what I mean. So there is one card that I do recommend, right? And this is this one here, the BlockFi one. I actually recommend BlockFi because BlockFi, and I'll show you what I mean by that. All right, BlockFi. Right, let's go to BlockFi. And I just want to show you what I mean. So there is a card, but their card is unique. Their card is not your card. Their card is to do with it's a credit card. Basically, it's an actual credit card, so where you can borrow money against your crypto. So this is a complete different type of a service, but one of the best things they have right now is currently they will give you interest up to 7.5. But remember guys, don't put your eggs in one basket. All of these coins, Nexo, the one I showed, crypto.com, everybody gives you something, right? You can actually use it. This is one I'm waiting for because I think this would be kind of awesome. Imagine borrowing against your crypto on a credit card, and then you can just pay it on a normal credit card way. I think that's really good. And if I'm correct, they are partnered with Wells Fargo and American Express, but this is taking forever to launch it. I know in some countries they have launched it, in the UK and this and that they haven't come. Probably got something to do with Brexit or something. I don't know, but that's what the situation is. And they got a massive waiting list. It's just ridiculous. I think I'm like 1,700, and their waiting list, if you don't promote or market, then you go down. So this is a marketing strategy. I don't like that, but I like the idea, if that makes any sense to you, right? There's another one called Swipe, SWIPE, right? SXP. I'm sure you've heard of the token Swipe Global. This one here. This company here is actually in UK. They're actually based in Marble Arch, and funnily they had Binance invested in them. And Binance is also doing a debit card. The same debit card is provided by Swipe, so Swipe will do a white label credit card. So that's what it is basically. This is the technology they've got. They said, okay, how about if we, rather than issuing you a card, why don't we just code you a card? This is what they've done, and so far they're very good. I mean, I like this. They've got plenty of platforms and partners, like clients, for example. Some of their clients, look, Binance is one of their clients, FTX is one of their clients, right? But also Binance is a partner, and remember, Binance also owns FTX as well. So there's a lot more there, obviously, that meets the eye, than meets the eye. But that's what they do. Right, so that's what they've got. This is what's going on, SXP. So that hopefully that kind of answers your question. What's the best crypto card out there to use? In my opinion, the simplest one and the most established one is the best one, which I would say is Coinbase. Just stick to that for now until you get used to stuff, right? Okay, what's next? Okay, logo is sick. Yeah, logo. So I explained about the logo, right? So logo, this is what's happened with the logo, right? Let me explain to the logo. So Bitcoin, sorry, my bad. That's what happens when I don't have my glasses on me, right? Bitcoin.com, right? So Bitcoin.com back in the days used to be where we had, sorry, Bitcoin.org, not .com. So this is, again, Bitcoin.com was bought by Bitcoin Cash, and they're now rebranding anyway, so that you might see a different name for them as well. Bitcoin.org, actually, that's where thing was. So this website just got bought by somebody else, and the white paper used to live on this place here. So right now, as you can see, they are doing whatever they are. Somebody else has bought it, but we used to have the actual white paper here, right? The white paper is now gone. As you can see, on the 28th of June 2021, the High Court of England and Wales made an order in the claim number of whoever between Mr. Craig Wright and the person or persons responsible for the publication of this website. Such person or persons were restrained from infringing Dr. Wright's copyright in the Bitcoin white paper. Can you see what I mean? So this is kind of a crazy stuff. This is why the copy of the whatever order is there, but the white paper has now left. It's not here anymore. So because it's not here anymore, it's unfair for me to actually promote this website for no good reason. So I've decided to actually change the channel logo. So today, of course, you are seeing the channel logo being this, but tomorrow you're not going to see this logo anymore. You are going to see a whole brand new logo from tomorrow. And that logo, as I showed you before, is this particular logo here. This is going to be the brand new logo. This is going to be the new brand logo. And if you already understood what it says expect the pump after a dump, right? Very simple. 50% correction are normal for Bitcoin, and this is also going to be going on to the clothing and all of that as well. So if anyone picks up anything, then you can actually see all of that there. Now let's go back to the website. So what are we talking? Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? Throw me some questions. BTC BTC crashing $300 right now. What do you mean by that, bro? Crashing. What do you mean by crashing? Let's have a look. Right, let's go into BTC crashing. Oh, you mean this crashing? Well, this is nothing. You know, you're talking about crashing. Actually, this is nothing. Right, let's get rid of all of this. I don't want to keep any of these rubbish stuff on. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Sorry, I've been doing some work. That's what it was. So basically what it is, just before this meeting, I was actually speaking to a Russian brother who's a Russian developer, he's an Ethereum developer, and we just formed a group and we're going to be working on some projects together, basically, as a development team. So probably about 8 to 10 people working together on building something very unique that doesn't exist right now. So that's what we're working on. We're trying to come up with some new innovative technology with Ethereum, obviously, to do with smart contracts. I've already given him the specs. I think he's also watching as well. I've given him the specs, and he's going to basically move forward from there. So let's have a look and see what's going on. What's happening with this live chat? Any more? Right. So you're talking about the dump. The dump is basically, as you can see, this is following that trend line. Remember that trend line. This is an ancient trend line. Come on, it's ancient now. If it's 2-3 weeks old, this is ancient, right? You can see this. All of these levels that we've got here, these are ancient. Right, we did this already. We already know what's going on, and we can see this is the trend line that is following right now. So this is expected, right? Every time you got a pump like this, you're gonna have a dump. So you saw, like, you know, a few days ago, as you can see on the what was this, the 8th of July, right? We had a nice little area to buy. So these are the buying zones. As soon as we went there, flash red, we're ready to go down again, and this is exactly what's happened. It just started moving down. So as expected, nothing too much to worry about. Also, yesterday, I don't know if you noticed, I actually didn't post a video, obvious reasons, right? And again, on this channel as well, you can see there's a long time channel. It's our long-term channel as well, and you can see we're getting rejected on, as soon as we try to enter, we get rejected. So there's, you know, these two charts. One is showing you the bottom, right? So one is showing you the bottom here. This is the bottom, and then the other one here is showing you where we are going to face the rejection. And as you can see, we're not just facing rejection on a horizontal line, we're actually facing on a diagonal line, and this is the trend line. So we're facing it on the trend line, because remember I told you our greater trend line is actually here. This is our greater trend line. One second. Yeah, so this is our greater trend line, right? So this is exactly we are facing the current situation, current problem, if that makes any sense with you. Hold on one second. Where is this one? Let me put this up here just in case someone tries to come on. I'm still waiting. If anyone wants to join, jump in and let me know. Just give me a holler at me, okay? So guys, you are asking me questions and I am answering them. So you guys got to keep on asking me this question basically. What can you use crypto cards for? Bro, if it's a Visa, then anywhere they accept Visa is exactly where you can have your card. You can go and buy food, do whatever you want, you know? So it doesn't matter. Anywhere they accept a credit card or a debit card is exactly where you can use your card. So yeah, just shopping and this and that, right? Oh, you just memeing. Okay, that's fine. No worries. Volume is low at the moment, so that was just something to see moving for the next few hours. No, so volume has nothing to do with it. Okay, ignore the volume. This is what I'm going to say to you. Just completely ignore the volume. There's actually a lot more fascinating stuff going on, right? And I can quickly probably move you over to this one to show you some fascinating stuff, right? So let's show you this particular one here. This is Ethereum BTC shorts, right? And so far what you see, there are 17,448 Ethereum going on a short, right? This, you see this here is showing you where it was basically, you know, over leveraged, right? It's coming down now. So these shorts are getting annihilated, right? Let's look at the longs now, just to see everything. So you can see the longs right now. Look, this is a perfect opportunity for Ethereum BTC longs, right? So you can see we got 41,000 Ethereum going in right now, diving in right now as we speak, right? So let's have a look. This is 4 hours ago. Let's do the hourly, right? Here we go. We can see 411,000, sorry, my bad. 411,000 coins are now being bought up. This was the perfect opportunity. You can just about see it on the color. This is why basically everything is going to be going bullish, because we were too bullish here. So we had to dump a little bit. We did dump. And as soon as we dumped, you can see here, the money is going to start flowing in. And so far, these are the long positions right now, 411,000 Ethereum. Okay, if we move back into, so I'm following the Ethereum as well. There's a big reason behind it. Understand where I'm coming from. So we're looking at the dollar. So this was against the BTC, the first one. These are against the BTC. And now what we're doing is we're going to go with the USD, right? And with the USD, you can see these are the longs, right? There are 87,000, right? So if you look carefully, who's playing the biggest short? You got down here, you've got 411,000 Ethereum. And down here, money-wise, you got $87,000. That's nothing. That's nothing. This is my $87,000. This is nothing. When you're looking at this, it is nothing, right? Oh, sorry, 87,000, not dollars, 87,000 Ethereum. So you can see the dollar ones are low, but right now it's in a good position, means there's a signal saying start longing, guys. This is a really good opportunity to start longing. So that's what's going to happen with the leverage market, because kind of like where we were top down here. We've calmed down now. So this is really calm zone, right? These are low areas, which are actually very, very good. Let's have a look at the shorts, okay? So it seems like the bears are a lot more bullish here. So you got 120,000 Ethereum here. The bears are definitely a lot more bullish. Of course, the signals are saying get out. All right, don't get in this, leave the shorts, because as you can see, it's pointing downwards. It's saying get the hell out of there. You're going to burn yourself. That's what's signaling here right now. Anybody who's trying to short the market on the leverage trading options or anything like this, right? So this is exactly what's going on here. So this is what we also need to track and see. All right, now let's show you something else, and this is insane, right? So now I'm going to show you BTC, right? And let's open BTC. So this is BTC shorts. So you can see on the BTC shorts, they have 14,250 short positions open right now as we speak here. Right now, this is what's going on. So the shorts are trying to get into position. They're saying, okay, we're going to go in and we're going to try and short the market because BTC is going to take a dump. Fair play. Guess what BTC is signaling on the let's go on the, this is on the daily, let's go on the hourly. Let's show you what it's signaling. Look, on an hourly, what it's signaling, it's saying, guys, you've over shorted it, get the hell out right now, right? We need to get the hell out. You've over shorted it. Now, why did we over short it? Well, we've got to go back to another one. We've got to go to BTC longs, as you can see here, and look why we over shorted it. So remember here, when you saw this, you saw 14,255 Bitcoin here, right? 14,000 Bitcoin here. Well, guess what? Have a look at this. We've got 51,000 Bitcoin on the long position, all right? And this is what the long position is showing us. Can you see this? Also, just to double check this, let me open up a stochastic RSI. All right, let me open this and have a look at this. That was on a daily. Let's have a look at this on a hourly, and let's see what it's showing. Hourly, great, is saying go, 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 right? So hourly saying go, everything's signaling go. Okay, on the downside, we did have the peak, but it's fine, it's not an issue. And on the daily, as you can see, it's saying go, go, go. There's a lot of room to grow, don't worry about it, a lot of room to go. So put some more in there as well. So this is what I'm seeing right now, 51,000 Bitcoin. Let me just do the maths, right? Let's do the maths. BTC to USD, right? Let's have a look and see what this is showing us, right? 51,000 Bitcoin. 51. Boom. So we have 51,000 Bitcoin. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have about close to $1.6 billion right now, basically playing this specific game. $1.6 billion, right? So if that kind of makes sense to you, this is what we're seeing, right? So shorts are down, longs are up, bulls are out. This is all bullish, right? Now, let's have a look at other stuff. I mean, I showed you this particular one already, so there's nothing really much to show here. I was tracking this one on a daily. As you can see, I'm tracking this one on a daily. I want to show you this one on a different one, actually. Give me a second. I want to track it here because there is something quite fascinating. Because on the other one, I can't really track as much, right? You see here, I showed you this before as well. Let me switch the drawing off because I know there's oh, by the way, guys, this is hilarious. Yesterday I got banned on TradingView, right? So I got banned on TradingView because apparently somebody so I tried to post something and they couldn't read what this is. Right? They said, you know what, your chart is so messy, it doesn't show anything clearly, you're banned. Right? You got to take off all your indicators and show us the clear lines like this, or even less if you can, like this, then basically you'll be allowed. So yeah, I got banned for a few hours, so that was quite funny. I just laughed. It's happened before. I got banned many times before. No issues whatsoever. They just won't show my post to anybody anymore, so that's fine. It's okay. It doesn't matter. I can still see it, so it's okay. So that was quite funny. Now, what I want to show you here is if you're looking at this, right, this is what I want to show you. Give me a second. Let it rise up. So, you know, a few days ago, all right, a few days ago, we were looking at this, and this was this line here, this yellow line here, right? We were down here somewhere, this yellow line, and we were like, I think 30 something percent. I forgot 39% or something. Another thing that's happening, we're actually moving slightly up. So currently where we are, we're actually better than where we were the other day, right? So we're looking at this and we're saying, okay, it's getting better. Now, when we look at the 4 hourly, what we can see, we're literally playing on this. So it just wants to break out, and all it wants to do is go to this green line here. I don't know if you can see this, right? So there's green dots here. That's all it wants to do. It just wants to jump on these green dots, and it just wants to shoot back up again, right? So far I'm seeing, obviously, you know, if I go to different time frames, I'm also seeing the similar kind of action. It's just hugging this line. Literally, it's just hugging this line. It just doesn't want to go anywhere. See, hourly, 3 hourly, 4 hourly, it doesn't matter. It's literally hugging this line, you know, keeping within these zones, right? Obviously, when we look at the chart and the analysis that we did, right, we did previously, you can see that we know that this was going to happen. We know that this is the part that is going to be finding the biggest kind of rejection until it can shoot up. And trust me, it's not going to be an easy run, because you see from here, I've got the fibs. Obviously, every single fib line is going to be a resistance, number one. But then it's also going to find heavy resistance up to here. And it needs to enter this particular zone here. It needs to enter. If it does enter, then yeah, it will be kind of great, right? So that's the kind of a situation I'm watching. Somebody's watching there anyway. That's a different story, right? So listen, guys. I don't know if you guys are going to come on the live chat or whatever. If you are, then let me know, right? Because I'm just observing, so it's kind of silly. But that's what's going on right now. Okay, so that's. I don't know if that kind of makes any sense to you, right? And there's more to this as well. I wanted to show you one more chart. Come on, everybody knows this chart, right? So months ago, I turned around and I told everybody, I said, guys, make it, frame this thing and, you know, put it on your wall, right? Because this is relevant. The tops and the bottoms are all relevant. And as you can see here, right? So this is us on a daily, right? On a daily. We've been respecting these lines. I may be off, listen, I may be off a little bit, but we have been respecting these lines, right? Even now where we are, so if you look carefully where we are currently, right, we're respecting these lines. You know, we're finding resistance on these lines, we're finding support on these lines, right? You know, they may be off a little, couple hundred here and there, but the point is this is fully relevant, because this is kind of what it showed us. It showed us the bottom range, and it also showed us the top range where we need to go. You know, and so far for us to stay within, so this, remember, this was the bull flag. For us to stay here, we've actually ended up respecting this and actually not invalidating. So this point would have turned out just to, you know, to invalidate, but because the bodies never went below, we actually still validly in a bull cycle. So this is the bull side of me talking. Of course, there's a bearish scenario, right? We talked about the bearish scenario. Okay. Also, we did this chart. I don't know how long ago we did this chart. And then I was looking at it and it was like so funny, because exactly on the line we got rejected, right? So it seems like this is becoming a resistance line. I can take this off actually, because obviously on a micro trend they don't matter, but this is what's happening. We are going to face more resistance on these levels, as I spoke to you before, and I said this is the situation, because that 41,000, this 41,000 to 43,000, this particular area here, we're going to have the biggest traffic zones here. Right, let's see what else is on the chat right now. Right, perfect. Okay. What was the weekly close on BTC last night? It was very simple, bro. Here we go. Open, high, low, close. So the weekly close, right? Let's have a look. The weekly close on last night's candle was 33,990, my brother. Okay, so remember, OHLC means open, high, low, close. So the market opened up at that price. So for example, here we can see the market opened up at 34. The highest we had was 34,700. The lowest we've had is 32,909, and currently we're sitting at 33,180 something. And you can actually see that here, right? So this is how I've configured the charts just to give us these prices. Which yellow line? what does the yellow line represents? Which yellow line, bro? These 34, 35 lines? Is that what you're talking about? These are predictions we did. These are predictions we did. This is the Fibonacci. So if we take the Fibonacci away, these are prediction lines. These are my manual prediction lines that I did based on obviously maths and what I predict where the resistance lines would be or where the supports would be. So on the bottom, I predicted the support would be around here, and you can see we did break support. We broke support here, we broke support here, right? We broke support here, we broke support here, we even broke support here. These are support lines, right? And on the top, as soon as we do that, we go here and these become our resistance lines. And we drew this weeks ago. I remember on a video, we did it live. Well, not live at that time, I was still pre-recording and trying to upload. I think these lives are better because there's no time wasting in uploading them. So that's what's going on. So yeah, if you got any more questions, fire away, guys, fire away. All right, fire away. So yeah, this is what they represent, nothing more basically. So let me get my 1 second, try and get my, there we go, I got my indicator back. So this is, yeah, so I use my fibs obviously, and plus I use my my own prediction lines as well. So if you're talking about prediction lines, for example, here, these are, every one of these are my prediction lines. Every single box here is my prediction line. On this particular one, I think I only have one indicator active. If that, no, I don't have any indicator. So no indicator active on this one. This one is one that I talked about some time ago, and I said, just hold on to this and you see exactly where we go. So yeah, throw me some coins if you want to talk about any coins or anything, guys. Right, oh, this is nothing. This is, I just took a screenshot. So I took a lovely screenshot because I like to, I don't like to use, what do you call this? You know, like the stock footage a lot of people give. I don't like to use those. So instead, what I tend to do is, rather than use stock, sometimes if I got the opportunity, I make my own. So I wanted to make a background for something. So what I did was I took this one, and this is the Gaussian channel we talked about, and I'll talk about a little bit more on this one as well. So what I did was I just took a screenshot and put it on Reddit. So that's my little kind of way of doing it. Right, let's go here. Let's talk about this. Let's see Gaussian channel. Right, while we're here. What was the situation right now, right? So what's the problem right now we've got? So you can see we entered, so forget about this part, you know, we technically can use this, right? We entered on the 18th of April, okay? We are going to talk about it, bro, no worries. Yeah, this is definitely, I'm sure you saw the title. The title was Binance. We're going to talk about Binance here. We're going to talk about exactly what's going on with Binance. So the situation, on the 18th of April, we entered discussion. We attempted to break out of it on the 8th of May. All right, we attempted. This is on a daily, by the way. So please do understand, this is on a daily, not on the weekly. And we are going to move over to the weekly in a bit, right? And we tried to break out. We couldn't. We failed. And this is when all of the bearish scenario happened. Since then, so that was the first time we entered and the first time we attempted. Since then, we've just been bearish. The bears had control. Then we came here, and these candles, as you, I don't know if you can see this, right? So we've got a red candle with a green highlight, a red candle with a red out. So the outside of the body, can you see the outside of the body is green? Let me zoom in to show you what I mean, right? So when you're seeing it to be green, means it was a bullish action going on, right? So the inside, yes, it was bearish, but it was also bullish at the same time, where the bulls were pushing for it, but the bears kept control. So we can see total bear control, bulls and bear fighting, total control, bulls and bear fighting, bulls and bears fighting, bulls and bears fighting. So what's happened here is obviously they've attempted it, they tried to go and test it again. So we failed. We come all the way down again, which is fine. And then look here, they attempted again, attempted again, attempted again. But this is what I want to show you, what you need to see and be really, really fascinated. All right. If you look carefully around here, this was the first attempt. From the first attempt to the second attempt, we had a long time. So from here, from May 8th, right, all the way to June 15th, this candle here, June 15th, right, there was a big gap, like over a month gap. You see what I mean? Over a month gap before they attempted to move up. But right now, this was the attempt on the 29th of June. Then the second attempt on the 4th of July. So this is 5 days apart, 4 or 5 days apart, right? And then look here again, 11th of July, another attempt. You see what I mean? So this is what's going on right now. The attempts are getting more frequent, and you know what I say: whenever something's knocking in a particular direction, it's bound to break it. That's what's going to happen. It is bound to break it. So that's what's going to happen here. It's definitely knocking. At some point, it's going to break it. Now, when it does break it, it looks like it's going to be a very explosive move. If it does break it, why? I'll show you why, right? Let's go into this particular area. So this is Glassnode, right? Glassnode on chain, right? And so I had this email to me, and I thought, you know what, I'll put it on the browser and show it to you guys, right? So what's going on, right? Obviously they're talking about the forget the week 28. That's this is what they do. When they send out newsletters, that's how they think. But what they're saying here is so our low, our open and close, right? So this is how the week went. So we had a week high of this and a week low of this, right? This is all we had. And also what you got to remember Glassnode, they publicly, if they are going to send you an email, well, what you have to understand, they're not showing you today. They're talking about last week. So the news you're seeing here is late news. It's not accurate news as we would show on a chart like this, live news. They're not going to do that. What they're going to do is they're going to basically get all of this. Of course, they got a whole bunch of subscribers that they want, but there are some good fundamentals that we can look at and we can use. So even though it's from last week, we can still look at it, right? So what are we seeing here? One of the main important thing we're seeing here is this hash rate recovery. Right, so you see this hash rate recovery. This is key. So this was down, and this is showing a rapid growth, not a steady growth. This is showing a kind of a rapid growth, right, where the hash rate is coming back. You can see the lowest we went to was below, so it was like about 70. So this is 80 exahash. We were around 70ish, and right now we're sitting at close to, where are we? I would say about 110 exahash, right? 110, and at the peak, right, so you can see at the peak of Bitcoin, we had almost close to 200 exahash, right? So we were above this 180 line. So these are the things you need to look at. The hash rate is coming back. This signifies, and I don't even have to read, by the way, I didn't even read it. Check this out. I didn't even read it, but I can tell you what this is, right? So this is signifying to us that the machines that were switched off, they are coming back on. That's all it's saying. Or even if they're not, the Bitcoin's algorithm is rebalancing and the hash rate is coming back. So, I mean, no, sorry, actually, when you look at hash rate, it means the machines are coming back on. When we look at block mining reward time, that's when Bitcoin's algorithm. So the algorithm fixes the block mining reward back to the 10 minutes, standard 10 minute. But hash rate shows this here. This is the hash rate, means how many computers are back online again. That's all we got. But, it's great. This is good stuff. This is also good stuff. Another thing, Bitcoin net miner position change. What that means is basically, right, so I talked about this, right, miner accumulation. So miners were dumping here, selling, and now miners are buying, right? Miners are now buying and starting to hodl. So when miners do this kind of a thing on this side here, what's going to happen is you're going to have a supply shock. Miners won't sell. So then to get it from the miners, you're going to have to go and try and see what you can do. So there's a lot going on here. This would be exactly what the miners would do. They'll buy or hold because they don't need to sell. They've done what they had to. And from that point onwards, you're going to have a supply shock. There's not going to be enough liquid Bitcoin available. Now, when we talk about liquid Bitcoin, I mean, let's just go to CoinMarketCap and have a look at this, right? This is how many coins we're ever going to have, and the last coin is going to be done on the year 2140. And here we are, we've got 18.7 million already mined. That tells me that we've got 2.3 million remaining. Now, if we have 2.3 million remaining, and currently we do 6.5 every 10 minutes. So how many is that? I mean, there's a maths there. I forgot the maths, right? Because it just changes every 4 years. But what I'm trying to say, I think it's about 900 coins a week or something like this, or per day or something like this. We've got an issue. We've got an issue. The supply is running out, and everyone wants BTC, but the supply is running out. And this is one of the reasons why there's a lot of manipulation going on right now. Because the supply is running out. So what do you do when the supply runs out? So anyway, let's go back to this one here. Sorry, got quite a few. Let's go back to here, right? So that's that, right? Let's move over and see what else they're showing. So net transfer volume to exchange. So this is tracking when the people started moving money into the exchange. And what you can see during May, right, and like late May, early June, right, what you got is a lot of volume moving into exchange. Now, when it moves into an exchange, we should be fearful, because this is when they're going to start dumping, right? So this is just tracking how many Bitcoin is going into exchange, right? So that's what's happened here. Miners are not miners, but people, there's inflow here, inflow dominance, right? That's what you got here. And you got massive inflow. People are taking their BTC in to sell the BTC, right? That's all they're doing. And then right now, what you can see, outflow. So since then, see, it went up, they started dumping, and then since it dumped, people are dollar cost average buying, and right now Bitcoin outflow, right? So you can see the outflow is low, so people are buying. So this is how we translate this. We don't use what's there, we take it and we translate, right? So here it's telling you inflow, outflow at the rate of 2,000 plus Bitcoin and minus 2,000 Bitcoins, what was happening. So what's going in and out. This is what this is showing. Very simple, right? Easy to understand. All right, Bitcoin exchange deposit fee dominance. So, you know, how much fees they're collecting in XYZ, right? That's what it is, you know. So there was a decline, because that means people are not transacting. So even if people held the Bitcoin on the exchange, they didn't really transact with it. So this is, again, another very simple way to understand, right? Exchange withdrawal fee dominance, right? Again, here you can see people are taking their Bitcoin out of the exchange, right? So here's got a situation where people are not taking, they're not taking, and then here they start taking it out. What that means is they're moving it off the exchange. Smart people, good people, right? But there may be a little bit more info in there, and we are going to get to that when we talk about the Binance section. So this is the situation. People are withdrawing their Bitcoin into a hardware wallet. This means they are not going to sell this, they're keeping it for safe. This is what's going on here, right? Balance on exchanges, right? So balance on exchanges, as you can see, balance on exchanges current. So where we were, right, we had 260 million Bitcoin on the exchange, right? And currently what we're sitting at, so a very small percentage dip, right, where volume from exchange is leaving. That's all we're checking here. So how many people hold it on exchange, right? Obviously these are open interest in this and that. You can actually check all of those. I'm not really fussed about that. This is when we had that dump recently, right, where, you know, we had the correction. So what you can see is every time we have this, and I do track this, by the way, I'll show you how I track this. So these yellow lines here, every yellow line here is the same yellow line that you will find here. So where it dips, those yellow lines represent the dips to the point where we have now drawn beyond the time. So we've gone beyond, and we said, well, that was your thing. Where is it? What do I do with it? Okay, here. So what we've done, we've moved a few months ahead. So we've moved a few months ahead of Glassnode to predict what's going to happen on the next dumps and actually find the moment of the dips. That's what we're doing, because in this channel, what do? We teach you how to stay 2 steps ahead of the time. Stay calm, go 2 steps ahead of the people, basically. Also, if you're watching this, guys, like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. Very important. Yeah, smash that. Let's have a look and see how many are watching, how many likes. I need to double check all of these things. You know, I've got to keep an eye on you guys. Anyway, I'm joking. So so that's what we got, right? Futures, same story. Okay, I think these gambling situations that we've had here definitely gone now. Now this, right, open interest trading, right? So you can see how, you know, the open interest would represent basically how much bullish they are. So if the open interest is high, it means the bulls have a upper hand over the bears, right? So we did see a minor decline, and now it's coming back up again, and this is showing steadiness. In my opinion, this is steadiness, right? So supply dynamics again, for example, right? So this is entity adjusted, right? Rapid decline in average UTXO after markets peaks. So what it's trying to say is after a peak, it usually rapidly declines, and this is what we got. We got a rapid decline, basically. So this could be taken as a market peak, which means that we look at let me check this one here. So if we look at this one, this is going to represent, and I'll just switch these off for you, sorry, right? If we use this and we say, what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at 2013. This is exactly what it's doing. It's representing 2013. This particular peak here. After this peak, we usually see a rapid decline downwards, right? A rapid decline downwards, and then basically we climb back up again. So that's what you've got here, where the market starts to come back. But remember, when it does do this, there's going to be a lot of volatility during that particular time. So do you know what, guys, this is nonsense. This is eating in my CPU. No point. I'm going to switch this nonsense off and call it quits, right? Because no point burning CPU on this, right? Okay, what was the next thing we were going to talk about? Where was I? Right, there we are. Let's come back here. So this is what this is representing. Very simple, very easy to ask. Right, hodl wave, right? So this is hodl wave, right? So we don't need to talk about hodl wave. Listen, smart people, smart money are always going to hodl. That's what they're always going to hodl, right? So there's nothing here, dumb money is always going to be basically, selling around here and buying around here, right? Selling here, buying here. That's what dumb money is going to do. Smart money, regardless what price, is just going to hodl. They're just going to hodl. The reason they're going to hodl is because they know that over time, hodling portfolio is going to be always more powerful than an actual trading portfolio. That's what they're going to do, right? Hodl wave 7 days. So in the last 7 days, you can see how people are starting to kind of start in more and more hodl, right? So people are picking up the dips now. They know that this is exactly how you do it. No point looking at any of this stuff. So that's that one. All right, so we got all of those details out of the way. The brothers, I think there's somebody talking about something else. Let me see if I can find that chart, right? So what are you saying? You're asking okay. So KR asked me, is the Gaussian channel my own indicator? No, bro, it's somebody else's indicator. I've just taken it and tweaked it a little bit. That's all I did, nothing else. It's not something I show to people most times. I don't even use it all the time because, and I'll show you why I don't, because my favorite indicator is actually this particular one here, and you can just search for it by doing this, MRI. Sorry, not this one. All right, let me indicator. So MRI, if I just do MRI, so this is one of my favorite indicator, and I'll show you why, right? So this particular one here, mean reversion, this is one of my favorite indicator, and I'll show you a little trick on this particular indicator. So let's deactivate Gaussian. So if you go to MRI, right, completely free to use, you can use MRI for free. On the MRI, you can actually set it up as the Gaussian. So you see here, you can actually set it up as the Gaussian. So you can take the metrics from here, put it up as a Gaussian, and then change some of the algorithms, and it will automatically adjust to that, right? And just carry on working basically. So this is one of the reasons why I use this particular one. It's a lot better. And when we go into, there's another section here. Where is it? Let me just check something. Yeah, this is it. So this is pretty much it. When I turn around and switch it onto the hourly and everything, it will also put that line there. So it's very similar to the Gaussian, right? Except this, you see, this is what I like. You see this levels here. This is the part. So these red line, right? So this is the top, this is the bottom. So this would be the danger zone, right? So as you can see on right now here, it's flashing 28 would be the danger zone. And then if we go below 28, then we've got the 26 right now. So the market is changing a little bit. The dynamic, remember, every day the market changes. So it's showing us a different number based on what time frame we're using on. And so far it's saying, right, okay, this is the level we need to break above. This 36,000 has become a bit of a resistance. We need to break above that. So it's a very easy way to check this, right? And this has, as I said, it just has the Gaussian built into it. Now obviously I'm not using the Gaussian. Instead I just basically, I like either the Butterworth or the super smoother. Super smoother works for me, so I just leave it on that. And there we are. This is the super smoother. Exactly same thing. As you can see, just adjust it just very little. I mean, if I wanted to show you something really insane, then all I have to do is activate band stop. And this is crazy. Watch this. Boom. Right? Insane, right? So when you look at this, you're like, what the hell? And it's quite cool. It's quite cool. I like that. There's a lot more, obviously, but you've got to use them in conjunction. So yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons why Gaussian was a very new thing, but I wanted to kind of own it myself so you guys could also use it, because it's very hard for it to find the Gaussian channel. So I thought I'd do this one, and it has a slight different variation, but look at this. I mean, just insane, right? Insane. The top, the bottom. It just picks it up and it's doing it live. And also what I did, I'll show you on my setting, I did reduce lag mode. So I'm using more of a live data, because what we don't want is it lagging 5 days back and showing me something based on 5 days. That's the worst thing anyone could do. This is why I don't like lagging indicators, right? Can we find the Gaussian plus on TradingView? I believe you can. I believe you can. Let me quickly see indicator. Let me see. What did I call it? GC plus. It's not GC plus. There's another name for it. Gaussian channel. So here, there's somebody here. They've got Gaussian channel as well. This person here, DW. They got a nice little Gaussian channel. Where's my one? Let me see if my one comes up. Because my one's new, it probably won't even list. Let's try GC plus. GC. Right, GC plus comes, but have a look. Because you'll see my name pop up. Because it's a new one, it's not popular enough for it to show up. So that's what it is. But Gaussian channel is definitely there. Goes. All right, Gaussian channel. This one you can use. This one's quite good as well. Very similar. Not, as you can see. So even on the same time, very similar, but they've got a slight different metrics running. So this is one of the reasons I wouldn't use it. This is my metrics. I'm more comfortable. But yeah, you can just, you know, it's there. You can tweak it and do whatever you want with it. Each one to themselves. But as I said, look, I don't really make them go public most of the time. So when I don't, this is what happens. But I think on my profile, you can actually go and just favorite it. So that's something you can do. Is there anything else you guys want to know? Can we find? Yeah, you got all of that. So, is there anything else anybody wants to know? By the way, who's watching live right now? I want to know who's watching live right now. Where is everybody? If you're on the live, show me a thumbs up. Who's watching? Who's watching? Who's that? Jedi. Okay, so Jedi Knight 85. Is that Ifty? I didn't know that. Do you know there used to be a Jedi Knight on YouTube who used to promote a coin called BitConnect? So yeah, I think yeah, he kind of left after the thing. What do you call this? After BitConnect crashed. So there's a coin called BitConnect, and Jedi Knight used to go out there and promote to people. So I'm surprised you got the Jedi Knight. I actually thought it was him. You sure it's not you? I don't know, bro. Anyway, so is there any coins you guys want? Anything in particular you want? Because I can show you this old stuff. I mean, this is old stuff, right? I mean, I forgot who it was. Yeah, it was Wolf of Wall Street. He tweeted today in the morning and he said, I was going to make a video, but I don't know what to say. So there's nothing to talk about. That's what he said. No joke. He said he actually has no idea what he wants to talk about. So that's kind of hilarious, right? You know, because the fact is in this kind of a market when everything's moving sideways, I mean, you can see the action is sideways. What do you talk about? You know, you talk about other stuff. Actually, talking about other stuff, let's go into, so I'm going to do something. I'm going to do this off and then I'll come back again. Give me a second. Let me just log into my account. So just for now, just hodl, right? Hodl, I'm not going anywhere. Stay there. Let me, All right, now you see the Binance screen, right? Something happened there. I got disconnected from the streaming server. Okay. Right. There we are. So we've got the Binance screen right now in front of us. We're in Binance, and I want to show you some situation that's been going on right now. So this is the situation. Let me show you. Hold on. Bank transfer. Not this one. Sorry. Stay with GBP. I want to show you something what's happened recently. Okay, so on Binance, obviously a lot of you guys probably already know that there's been some situations regarding banks, right? And what's happened is see, they don't have much here talking about it. Yeah, they don't really have much talking about it. I think it's here. Reset bank. Yeah, no, it's not here. So there used to be a section here that actually, when you go to buy, right? Say you just went to the normal place and you said I want to buy. They used to give you an option to deposit bank money, right? So send from the bank. They've disconnected that, and they actually show it as they're doing some work or something server under maintenance. Now, what a lot of people have to understand is some of these UK banks. It's got nothing to do with Binance. Binance is fine, by the way. UK banks are blocking payments from going to Binance's account. That's all they're doing. They're blocking it, manually blocking it. They're saying anything to do with Binance, we won't send it. So this is the kind of a situation we've got right now. However, you can still buy with credit card. It's not an issue, right? You want to buy with credit card, you type in whatever amount, £1,000, for example, your credit card will actually work. So here they need, look, under our new terms of use, you are required to complete a source of wealth declaration before proceeding with payment. So why not? Let's do this, right? Let's do this right now. What is your annual income, right? Let's do this. Where's GBP? Where's GBP? I don't see GBP. Why don't we see GBP? GBP there, right? What is your annual income? Well, depends. What should we put? Should we put a little bit? Is it going to be sent to the taxman? If it's not sent to the taxman, so we should put something else, right? Or something. What should we do? You know what I mean? So I don't know. How do you want to do this? Like, let's do this. Let's do annual income. 100k. Boom. Right, 100k, because it's live. That's why I don't want to do anything. So source of income. Boom. Boom. How about that? Boom. How about that? All right, so we do that. How do you accumulate? No, I mean, that's a bit silly, isn't it? That's really silly question, right? What is your current employment status? Well, obviously you're self-employed, right? Employer, not obviously not applicable. Employer address, even not applicable. What is your annual? What is your estimated total net worth? I mean, isn't that a bit stupid? You earn that much. What would be your net worth? That much to this much. What would be your net worth? How about this? How about if we say this amount, right? And I'll send this to Binance. What's his name? CZ as well. We'll take that amount and we say, do you know what? We're going to 5x that. 5, 1, 2, 3. Let's 5x that. And why is it in USD and Euro? Where's my GBP? Okay, we've got some GBP coming right now. Some proper GBP action coming right now. And again, this is all new, by the way, right? So as you can see, even I'm having to do it myself. So I think maybe a lot of you guys trying to use it on the mobile phone, you need to go on Binance and do this. So you can see I haven't done this before. This is happening right now in front of you. What's that? Are you politically exposed? No, I'm not politically exposed. What the hell are you talking about? Now you need to put document. What? Upload, attach supporting those sort of words. Please kindly refer to examples. What the hell are they? So now I need to do, okay, this things, guys, I'm going to do offline now, basically, because I can't obviously show all my stuff, documents online publicly. But this is what's going on. So they are being forced to do a lot of stuff, right? So you can't buy, you can't sell, you can't do a lot of stuff, right? So which has become a little bit stupid, in my opinion. Right, very stupid. But what I want to turn around and say to you, your crypto, right? So you're holding your wallet. Say for example, you got a whole bunch of wallet here, right? With a whole bunch of coins sitting in there, right? You know, you got a whole ton of coins sitting in there. Where is it? Deposit fiat margin. Oh, here, there you go. So you got a list of coins here. All right, you got a whole list of coins here. All right, it's not, we're not going to move any of these stuff, but what we're trying to say, we've got a whole list of coins here, right, that we're basically into. Right now, the situation here is that your as fiat obviously is you're going to have a little bit of an issue there, but any of this stuff you can actually withdraw. You can actually withdraw and get rid of it, move it into another exchange if you want to. And this is why a lot of the exchanges recently were basically, a lot of people were taking their crypto out, especially their BTC and whatnot, right? But what I've done is I've done something completely different. And I'll just show you just as an example here. This is what I've did. All of them, where is it? Is it here? Is it here? Why doesn't it show like that? Oh, I think it's here. Nope. Is it here? So this is my DeFi. Why doesn't it show up properly? Ah, there you are. Locked. So you see what I did? I took all of my favorite coins and I locked them. That's it. And you can see some of them I've bought before, more later on. I've just locked them. And this one here, by the way, is going to be changing. They are actually doing Korea's CBDC. They're going to be launching and testing the Korea's CBDC. I knew they were big. So, but this is a good time. So you can see what I'm holding. These are my favorite ones that I'm holding right now. Some of them I've bought multiple times, and all I've done, I've just locked them for as long as I can. Obviously, other ones, these are the flexible ones, right? Not locked. So savings, you can see the flexible ones. These are flexible ones. You know, these are free for me to take out and do whatever I want. And you can see what I've got in these ones, right? So I'm not going to show you any amounts, obvious reasons. We're not going to do any of that stuff. We don't ask balance, we don't show balance, right? Remember, that's the number one rule of being in crypto, right? So what's the Swissborg? I deposit into Binance by buying in Swissborg account and deposit the crypto across my Binance. Well, that's not a bad deal. But you know, if you're in Swissborg, then why don't you just stay in Swissborg? Swissborg actually is not a bad app, and I know some big boys have actually invested into that particular one. So of course it's going to be controlled by those people probably. You know, you don't have to go to Binance. You know, this whole issue that Binance is having right now, I think it's temporarily. It will die out. Obviously Binance has to pay a few fines and whatnot, but other than that, it should be fine. There's no issues. You know, I personally don't see any issues here. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? I still trust them. As you can see, I'm locked. Most of those coins are locked, by the way, and I'm talking about large quantities just locked. Other small amounts here and there, that's a different story. I'm not that fussed about them. But if I really felt anything, then I would be moving my crypto off the exchange as well. That's what I'll be doing. But right now, I'm not bothered. Obviously, they want me to fill up this form, which I'll do. That's not an issue. Can be easily filled, but I just don't want to do it on the video right now, because obviously if I did do it on the video right now, you guys will see all my actual financials. So the numbers I gave to them was actually kind of smaller than what it is, and I want to show them the proper number, and I'm sure they'll then unlock the whole thing properly. So that's just one of those kind of things. But remember, when it comes to moving your BTC or anything like this, crypto to crypto, you will never have any problem. Please remember that. Crypto to crypto, you'll never have a problem. Crypto to cash, well, cash is the problem, right? Cash is the problem. So you are going to see that particular situation. I'm not going to talk anything too much about this, but there's a lot of drama going on right now. And I can tell you one thing. Apart from Coinbase and Gemini, right? Gemini Exchange, right? So Gemini, right? Let's see. Gemini Exchange. Gemini Exchange. Where is it? This one here, right? So let's have a look at this one. I'm just going to put it here, and it will automatically configure it back to us, right? So it will know what's going on. So this is the only one, right? This is the only one that I can turn around and say, you know, is going to be okay. So they figured out we're in UK, as you can see. They figured out we're in UK. And what you're looking is, look, this is the level of marketing they've done. And not only that, trust me, they're involved in those stuff. There's a lot more as well, right? But remember, this is done by the Winklevoss brothers. You know, the Winklevoss brothers, the original founders of Facebook. So they own this exchange, and it's one of the most regulated exchange, right? So of course, you can go in there and you can buy, sell, do whatever you want. There's no issue for this particular one, right? And the other one, obviously, Coinbase. You know that Coinbase, right? Coinbase. I don't want to go to the dashboard. I just want to go Coinbase. Now, don't take me to the dashboard, please. Just take me here. So here you can see that, again, regulated, right? Obviously, obvious reasons they're regulated. There's a lot more going on. I mean, who's backing them? There's a lot you can go and see. But that's what it is. You know, these companies will always survive. The ones like Huobi, for example, or for even FTX, I'm sure FTX is going to have some problems very soon. Binance, KuCoin, this coin, that coin, even Crypto.com, funnily, might even have some problem, right? So you do have to understand that some of these will be threatened. Some of these will be threatened. But when it comes to, you know, crypto to crypto, there's no stopping. Everyone knows that. Crypto to fiat is. And this is one of the reasons why, if you are a crypto fan and you're crypto to crypto, right, what you need to do is figure out and go to places like this where you can do whatever you want decentralized, right? Or go to a place, if you're on Binance Chain, for example, Pancake Swap, right? Go to a place like this, right? This is the kind of stuff where you want to go to, because these decentralized protocols are going to protect everything. You don't need money for these things, right? Say, for example, I'll give you a good example of how, if I wanted to spend my money. Number one, say, for example, I'm just going to give you a good example here. So remember I said get a Coinbase card, right? So I said get a Coinbase card. If you got yourself a Coinbase card, then you can have these assets sitting inside, for example, right? You have these examples sitting inside, and you just spend on your card. You just spend on your card. So there's really no stopping you. It's just good as having it in the bank, rather than you making a headache of, oh, I need to withdraw from here, or I need to withdraw from here, you know, and then get it into my bank and then do whatnot. It's a drama. Why do you want that for? You might as well just transfer your funds, go to your wallet, withdraw all your funds. So you go to your wallet, right? You transfer every single one of your funds to wherever you want what you're going to spend. Obviously, my hodling stuff is I'm locking, as you can see. Anything hodling, I've got it locked up. That's a different story. But if I'm not hodling it, then you know it's here. It's flexible. So these are stuff like these flexible stuff. I'm not hodling. These are accessible by me anytime accessible by me. I can take them out, send them, spend them, do whatever I want. Very simple, very easy. No hanky panky, no monkey business there. You know, I don't even need to worry about the bank. Screw the bank. I don't give a damn about the bank. You know, remember the debit card, so we can use it. Right, who else is here? Anybody else here? Guys, is there anything else you want me to talk about? Because if not, then we can close this. I mean, we can go on forever, because I know some of you guys are probably just bored of me talking about certain things. But listen, this is Binance. Don't worry too much about it. It's all good. As far as I'm concerned, it's all good. You know, I mean, they're just blocking, literally, they're just trying to block a website, nothing else. But to me, it's just another global conspiracy, because obviously you got to understand, they are the biggest exchange here. I know you're here, Mustafa. But question I'm asking is there anything else you want me to talk about, bro? All right. Is there anything else you want me to talk about? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Is there anything else you guys want me to talk about? Any particular coins or anything like this? I mean, you know how my views. I can turn around and go straight over to a coin market cap and say, look, there's 10,853. Look, you know, 10,852 more scam coins out there. And there's plenty of other stuff we can actually talk about. So yeah. Other than that, market is looking okay. You know, I have talked about how the market you know, is going to probably test the 1.2 trillion dollars, and we can actually check this here. Give me a second. Let me use this one. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm doing it with my left hand. That's why I'm just struggling, because I'm trying to read the other stuff you guys are sending me on the other one. All right, total. Let's have a look at total. So on the total, this looks awesome, by the way. This looks awesome. Check this out. So on the total, we actually we were like struggling to break this. We got rejected. And then eventually you can see a few days ago we actually smashed right through. Was it a few days ago, or was it yesterday? This looks pretty awesome. Wow, this was yesterday. Wow, this was last night. We actually smashed through and we got rejected on this Fibonacci 1.42, right? But coincidentally, this Fibonacci 142 is obviously there, but we also got rejected from this inner medium box that we have. Right, remember we've got a box here, right? So well, not a box, but this triangle here, right? This is a trend. We got rejected on the trend as usual every single time. These trends are holding us down. You see, these are greater downward trend lines. So remember, when we look at the market, we've got to look at the greater picture, and you can see the greater picture is very big. Is very big from where we are to where we are now. Very big. So as long as we stick around in this box and we don't go below this blue line and we just follow this trend, it's okay. It will come back. And when it does, we're expecting it to go all the way close to 2 trillion. All right, 2 trillion. And then from that point onwards, we should head back to our previous, what is this? Sorry, my bad. Put on the wrong place. Boom, there we are. This is the one. There, around here somewhere anyway. But the point is look, once we get back to the $2.5 trillion, different story, but we're talking about the global market cap, and also there's a lot of rug pulls going on, and all because of these scam coins. So please be very, very careful when you go into these coins and see what happens there. I'm here, your RSI and MFI indicator, which is it, and is it any good? Yes, okay, right, okay, let's talk about RSI MFI. What it's doing is so you can use two different indicators if you want, right? So for example, I'll show you the two indicators together so you'll understand what it is, right? RSI, so this is just relative, right? Simple relative, nothing more, nothing fancy. And then we've got the MFI, which is the money flow indicator, MFI, right? So this is the money flow index, right? This is all it is, nothing else. So what we're doing, this particular indicator literally takes this and puts it together, nothing else. This is all it is. You can use them separately as well if you want, but it's just putting them in one chart and just showing you that same data. So you can see the RSI, this is the RSI. You can see the MFI, you can see the MFI here. You know, the only difference on this particular RSI plus MFI, what you're seeing is it kind of shows you in a color where it's overbought, and green as in oversold. So this is when you need to buy. So it kind of gives you a little signal. But it's the same thing. As long as we go below this line, all right? If we go below this purple area, it's oversold. If we go above this purple area here, overbought. Same thing applies for all of them, even the stochastic RSI as well. So it's the same story, same thing, just combined, just, you know, better to use, so I don't have to watch 50 different things, right? That's all it is. I'm just trying to track the money, if the money's coming in or is the money going out. Right now we can see the money's going out, and this is tracked by this purple line here. That's what's happening here. So yeah, simple indicators sometimes just do simple good stuff. You don't really need, like you can see here, this is not an indicator. There's no this is just drawing. This is just pure maths and drawing, nothing more, right? And maths are based on Fibonacci's, obviously. So we just do the drawings and we can find trends and actually see those active trends working. And you find, you know, for me, I use them quite a bit. Most of the time you won't see them, right? I'll have them on different charts, but right now I've been, you know, every day I've been kind of moving you guys up and showing you newer charts and newer methods of doing something. You know, it depends on what you want. And no, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome. Listen, you guys coming here, even if there's only a few of you coming here, watching this, being with me, that makes all the difference. You know what I mean? It makes all the difference, because I can pre-record any nonsense I want, put something on the video and throw it out there for you guys, right? That's my choice. Right now in the chat, you guys are here, all right? I'm seeing this chat is a lovely chat. You're in control, right? You ask me what you want. So I'm going to ask you one more time, KR, is there anything you want, bro? Right? If the Quorum, or what's the other one? SM was here, so that means that was Bobby. Tell me what you want, okay? If there is anything else that you want. If not, then I'm going to do an adios on this particular one. So just waiting and let's see. But yeah, remember, on the channel we're going to have a brand new logo. This logo here is going to be the brand new logo, and I'll share the GIF with everybody on more about TA and BTC movement for now. Hold on. learning more about TA and BTC movement for time now. So glad to be here. We'll definitely tune in next session. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Right. Listen, you know the most the one of the most important thing about TA, and you'll see the best of the best TAs will tell you this. If you go to the best TAs and if they're willing to talk to you, they will always tell you the simplest is the best. Right? You don't need extravagance. You don't need none of that business. The simplest things are the best things. Like here, of course, it looks congested, right? You might see all of this being congested, but what you're not realizing is these are simple lines. These are lines that I can expect something for a market to do something. So I know around this time, right? So on could be a day or two before or a day or two after. So we have this 48-hour kind of a leeway for us, right? A kind of a just fail safe, right? That's what I call it, a fail safe, right? 2 days. 2 days before or 2 days after, we could easily see a dump and we could easily see a pump. Right? On average, whenever we see a situation, we come to this level here, you see we have a dump and then we have a pump, right? Whenever we come to this, we always have we'll have a dump and then we'll have a pump. So we can track this. We can track this and see how does it react? What does the market do, right? Around this particular line. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm just, managing it with these lines by having a date there. Also, I'll draw my ranges and I'll leave my range there. I'll leave my fibs there. And the fibs, the trick is, right, you don't go around drawing fibs every single day. I mean, of course, if you're doing the shorter time frames, that's a different story. So if I was going to do 4 hours, right, for example, I'm going to do 4 hourly, then what I have to do is I have to track my 4 hours, right? So then I will do a shorter time, for example. Give me a sec. I'll do a shorter time frame and I'll say, right, where was my high? So this was my high, and where is my low? This is my low, and that's what I'll be tracking on a shorter time frame. And I'll say, well, this is where we got rejected, bang on the dot. You can see, look, I'm not even making this up. We got rejected, right? And now currently we're finding support here. It's pretty simple, right? And then so we need to get back up here. If we don't, then we've got a possibility of dumping even further. And if we do dump even further, we're going to go down somewhere around here somewhere. So this is you just keep it simple. You don't need too many things. Obviously I'm doing this, so I'm tracking on a longer time frame, and my tracking is remember this, the longer we spend going down like this, the bigger the break upwards going to be, right? Because it's going to catch everybody out, and then the resistance here is getting less and less as well, right? Here the amount of resistance we had here is far less here, because by that time the bears are burnt. The bears are burnt out. Bears don't want to resist anymore. Bears will be like, you know what, we're going to long you as well. Boom. That's what's going to happen. So that's what I'm waiting for. But obviously there's a critical line that we all need to hold. The reason we need to hold this particular one is so that the market doesn't crash or the market doesn't collapse, right? That's what it is. So other than that, guys, I hope all of this was informative. And remember what I said. So, I talked about the membership thingy. Through the membership thing, you're basically just supporting the channel, nothing else, right? So you don't have to be a member. There's not going to be any special privilege unless you go and join the ultra fan, right? That's the only privilege you're going to get. Other than that, none of these are privilege. I mean, just read it. The terms are there. You can probably see I've mentioned it very simple, black and white. I'm like, this is what it is. So just double check all of those things. And remember, on the channel itself, where was it? On the, if you go to my homepage. So if you go to the homepage, right, remember there's this link here has all my public links as well. So you can also go and check out the other public links and see what's going on from there. And, if you get the chance, join Reddit, join Discord, join all of those things, right? And start pushing, give thumbs up, likes, whatever. Because what we do, I've noticed, the more the algorithm, like even Twitter, for example, you see a tweet that I've tweeted, if you can actually like, share, retweet that, it does really help the channel. That's what it is, because the channel itself is kind of being held back because I'm really bad at titles. I don't know how to do clickbaits. I'm being honest with you. I'm trying. I don't know how to do clickbaits. My thumbnails are rubbish, so I'm trying to do thumbnails as well. Also, I'm not consistent. So these are all the problems that I've been told by somebody else, by a mentor, and they said, this is what your problem is. So fine. So now, as you can see, my thumbnails are starting to become more consistent. Means it's a brand. When you see that, you recognize this is a brand. We recognize who this is. So that's what I'm building. Number one, brand. When we marketing, we have to market to multiple platforms. But at the same time, you also, you guys who watch and everything, you also have to kind of support the cause and try and like, share with your groups, friends and family if you feel value, maybe a Facebook group, maybe a WhatsApp group, just a simple share, so that we can take this to another level. Currently we're at 1,460 subscribers. We're on a mission. We're on a mission to take this to 1 million, but we know we're not going to do 1 million today. It might take 10 years, but that's not the point. The point is that's the target, 1 million subscribers. Imagine you are the one. And also, oh my God, this is crazy. I want to show you this, right? If you're here, guys, before you go, this is insane. I just want to show you this. This is insane. This is a message I sent to Michael Saylor when my channel had 63 subscribers. 11th March 2021. I had 63 subscribers. Do you see this? 63 subscribers, right? Isn't that just insane that I sent him on the March 11th? That's 4 months ago. 4 months ago. Can you imagine this? I had 63 subscribers, and look where we are today, right? So, if I'm going to say we might get to 1 million, do I think it's impossible? No, I think it's possible. I think 1 million is possible, definitely possible. So that's where it is. That's where we're going to go. I'm positive. I'm going to get there. I know it can be done. So yeah, other than that, not really much to say. Oh, one other thing. Again, if you're here for the bonus, you're going to get this bonus. So anybody who's left, I feel sorry for them. Do you know who this is? Shiba Swap. So Shiba Swap just got their audit report back, and they scored a total of 92 and an average. So I'll get back to all of this stuff. Not this, not volatility score. Here we are. On the safety, so on the sentiment, they got quite okay, 94. So what people think, they got 94 out of that, which is fine. Nothing much here. Oh, actually, you can see here on the monitoring, you can see the total number of Shiba holders. These are individual wallets, right? So we've got 195,000 people are in it. Good. That's really good for the project. So far, there has been 699,000 transactions. Okay, and this is the events, similar kind of stuff. So you can track all of this stuff. Of course, bro, always got to have a little bit of, I did have it, but I just kind of got carried away with other stuff. So on the governance, they got a 94 score. Social link, obviously this is like Twitter and everything. They track all of those. Token listing is active. You can see that. So all the transactions, everything's there. When was the last transaction timestamp? 2 days ago. So you can see that's fine. It could be anything. Volatility score, 100%. Right, volatility score 100%. That's actually a very good thing, right? Current price obviously is nothing, nothing as in 0.0000 whatever penny. That's why they're not even showing it, because remember, US or your currency, your money always has 2 decimal points. Ethereum has 18 decimal points, so you can come up to all the down here. So this is other stuff, right? Forget all of that. Now this is where the problem is. 87% on the safety score. Why? Everything is good, by the way. 87 is a good score, by the way. 87 is a very, very good score. Problem is this: weakest link, decentralized. They're not fully decentralized. The reason is because some of the investors are actually holding a lot of the coins, and now because of the audit that's come out. So we knew that they burnt half of the Ethereum, they threw the keys away, XYZ, all of that malarkey. We heard all of this information, right? But now we actually see the fact, which is that they actually do still hold some, right? This is why I was not jumping into Shiba Swap, because I need more information, right? Here, obviously, that's a different one. General insurance, that's a different thing. Insurance is something else that you can get, like you can use another protocol to actually insure the product. It's a different story. This one really doesn't matter. I don't really bother about that one on the thing. Source code quality. So this is where the problem is. So when we looked at remember a few days ago I mentioned Shiba Swap and I said, look, there's a bit of an issue. The source code, there's something not right about it. This is telling us that source code is okay, it passed, but it's not the best, right? So we know this is not the best, and we know it's not fully decentralized, means that they still own some. So please do understand those kind of things. They could easily dump on the market. So during the next pump they could dump, or they could have already dumped. We don't know, but Point is they still do have a lot of them, and this is what's been tracked by the security audit company Certic. Actually, they also have their own coin as well if you wanted to buy. So that's what's going on right now. So other than that, everything else seems to be okay. 80, so these are independent tokens that they got. So you see some of the oracles, what they're doing is they've got the bone locker 89, so the locker got 89, which is okay. Shiba Swap, the token itself, got 93, right? So Bone token got 93, Berry Bone 93, Berry Leash 93, Berry Shib 93. So, and then Shiba Swap 92, Shiba Swap 92, right? And where is the other one? 92. So what we're seeing here, right? So this is the Shiba Swap, the platform that they're using got the 94. So the platform actually got the highest rating, funnily, right? So one of the it's the same one, but I think there's a portion of it that didn't really get the best treasure fund. You see what they've created so many tokens here. It's ridiculous. These are tokens and contracts. They have so many contracts. I think there's 13 or 14 contracts. That's just ridiculous, right? And these, in my opinion, these are just scam coins. You can see 93, 93. The only reason they can be exactly the same is because they're the exact same contract. So what they've done is they've just gone ahead, created all these contracts, and they just kept on dumping on people. So in my opinion, it still looks like a big scam, especially when I'm looking at all of this and seeing how decentralized it is. It still looks like a scam. So I'm going to stay off Shiba Swap for a little bit longer. I've mentioned this before as well. And also the reason I'm doing this is because I'm waiting for the market to react. I'm waiting for the market to come back, total market cap to at least come back to 1.4, 1.5, and then move up. When I see that, then I know that I'm in a better position. Also I need BTC to come back and test this 36, 37 level, and then hopefully move over to this 41 level. It's a very important level. It's a critical level. Until we get that, we don't really have our 1, 2, 3, 4 wave. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. So yeah, those of you who stayed back for the bonus content, thank you very much. Right? So brother messaged me on what did he say? Yeah, I don't know. He messaged me on WhatsApp. He said something. I'll reply back to it. But yeah, just thought I'd drop some bonus content in there for you guys. Hope this was helpful. Like, share, subscribe, get the word out there. Let's get the algorithm kicking. And thank you very much for the support. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Thank you very much. Adios, my amigos.